If you're listening, hands in the air. If you're listening, touch your nose. If you're listening, touch your ears. If you're listening, touch your toes. All right, do we have to go over head, shoulders, knees, and toes, or are we all good to go? Okay, cool, awesome. All right, let's get warmed up. I love the way that you're standing up. I love the way that you're standing up. Great job standing up for the warm-up. Do I want you sitting or standing? Now you look, this is a part where you look around the room. You're like, are you gonna stand? I don't wanna stand. You don't wanna stand? We stood before, like this and that. Awesome, great job standing and being an example. Everybody who's standing, look at the people who aren't standing like this. Just stare at them. Awesome sauce. Great. Okay, so we're going to start warming up by playing a game called the laser beam game. And this is how it works. I brought a laser. And this laser goes wah, 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 wah. And it's going to chop off your head. So you do whatever you think is right. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Awesome. So I saw a bunch of fun teachers going like this. I saw someone go like this. Someone in the back went like this, like they're like in the Matrix. And then I saw a bunch of people like this. And the voice in their head goes, there's no laser, and that's fine. That's the same voice that says, I am fun with my kids. No, you're not, but it's okay. That's why we have co-teachers. It's all good. And the people that are laughing know it. So, the way this works is that this is about expressing your inner child. This is about having fun. Some of you have been programmed by other people to grow up. Anybody ever been told to grow up? Anybody ever been told to grow up by somebody who's miserable? Anybody ever choose not to grow up? Good for you. So we're going to keep on playing the laser beam game, and now you get to battle your brain. You get to see other people having fun, and then you get to battle your brain that's going, you're not a fun person. You were fun 20 years ago, but then that one thing that happened, then I hate on you, blah, blah, blah. So cool. You do what you do. It's all about you. So the second laser, it's going to chop off your feet, and you do whatever you want to do. Wah, 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 wah. Nice. Somebody just got up on the chair. Good for you. Wah, 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 wah. Nice. Give yourselves a round of applause. How many of you notice you're laughing? Your inner child's like, hey, this is fun. Duck jump, duck jump. Awesome. Wong zhu, 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 wong zhu. Wong zhu, wong zhu, wong zhu, wong zhu, wong zhu, sonic boom. Oh, okay. That's a Street Fighter thing. Everybody have a seat. Okay. Take two hands, put it on your belly, and what I want you to do is I want you to try to take a big belly breath in using your stomach muscles. Did a voice in your head go, what stomach muscles? I get it. Mine are securely firm underneath this layer of protection. So everybody breathe in and try to make your belly super, super big. And then breathe out. Use your stomach muscles, pull your belly in, make your belly small. All right, good. One more time, make your belly big. Make your belly small. So a question for you. For those of you that chose to breathe, did it benefit you and do you feel better? For those of you that your brain didn't let you breathe, did it benefit you and do you feel better? See, this is a game. This is all it is. How many of you have a voice in your head? How many of you have a voice in your head that judges you, evaluates you, tells you have at least 1 pound of weight to lose every single morning? How many of you have a second voice in your head that turns on, kicks on, going, why are you being so mean to this person and doing the best that they can? And then a third voice that turns on going, why are you all in here and everybody get out? Who are you? Like, what's happening? So just consider that we're designed a certain way. I've been working in preschools for over 20 years, and I see when I go in and I work with the kids. Now, I can't do what you do. How many of you are full-time teachers? You're in a classroom for 8 hours a day or more? Okay, got it. Good for you. How many of you are not full-time, not teachers? How many of you do other things? Administrative staff, support staff? How many of you just realize you're in the wrong conference, but you'd rather be here than at the nursing conference or whatever? Okay. So if I say up, you say down. If I say left, you say right. If I say stop, you say go. Congratulations, you all have oppositional defiance disorder. Anybody in your brain go, no, I don't, and there it is. But why is it that everybody said, like I said up, everybody said down? Nobody said yours. Wouldn't that be funnier? I said left, everybody said right. Nobody once said handed. Nobody said lane. I said stop. I would love for one time, if I say stop, somebody yells out, hammer time. But we don't, because we're designed to be oppositional. How many of you walk into a store, the person that their only job is to help you find all the stuff that's in there because they actually know, comes up to you and says, can I help you find something? And your immediate response that takes half a second is what? No, I'm good. And then it's like pans out and you have this massive, you have no idea where anything is. Why is it? Why is it that we choose to be oppositional? Well, maybe it's because it's not a choice. How many of you remember hearing the word no? How many of you, if you had your own kids or you have a child and you're doing a teachable moment, the kid's about to go touch a fire or something? For example, what do we do? How do we do? So I have a friend of mine who, his brother's an amazing child psychologist. She showed me with the child, they're going close to the fire, the opposite of, no, don't go fire! We don't, that's not gonna help. Okay, so he takes his child's hand, he brings it closer. Honey, do you feel the warmth? Does it feel good? Yes, it feels nice. Let's move closer. Does it feel good? And then she learns. But what are we used to? We're used to going, no, and then we're programmed that way. And then these things just come out of us all the time. Finish this sentence. You get what you get. How long did it take you to respond? Like that. How many of you started responding right out, you get what? And you're like, you don't fit. You don't get what you get. So I want you just to try something on. This is for your brain and for your heart. Try something on. Your automatic response, anytime you react, it's not you, your soul. It's not you, your spirit. It's not you, that beautiful human being that chose to work in early childhood instead of making money. But do you get that? You come back every day, the beauty that exists in you is amazing. We say to a child, you get what you get and you don't get upset. How many of you are going out to dinner tonight? Imagine going to your favorite restaurant. We're all the steak eaters. I need a good steak place because we're staying here until tomorrow. What's a good steak place here? What is it? Morton's? Okay, one more. I hear the same sound. Mary's. Perry's. P-E-R-R. Okay, awesome. Got it. Curb. Okay, awesome. Just everybody just bring me steak. We're all the pasta eaters. The carb junkies. Yeah. We're all the vegans. You would have told us already when you walked in. Okay. Hi, I'm a vegan. I was like, what? Oh, I didn't ask. Okay, here. So you order your food and you're with your friends and you're having a good time, and then everybody's food arrives and whatever you ordered, this is the meal. And the waiter puts in front of you a slab of tofu. Just like a square 3-inch slab of tofu right in front of you, but at least they put a little sprout on it, like a sprig, you know what I'm talking? Yeah, and you look at that waiter and you say, excuse me, I didn't order this. And the waiter says to you, you get what you get and you don't get upset. How many of you would have thrown the plate at the waiter? Okay, cool. How many of you are the people pleasers that would just sit there and eat it? Where are all the, look, you're an early childhood taking care of other people's kids. There's a lot of people pleasers in here. How many of you would sit there and eat it because your brain's going, well, I don't want to get the waiter in trouble, but maybe the chef misread the thing and this person's tearing into the steak and this person's pasta's dripping off and you're just sitting there. I want you to consider that people pleasing is just a program. By the way, I'm not a speaker, I'm a gardener. What do I do? What do I mean by that? Other than me and my wifey back there, we have beautiful peppers and tomatoes and all these things. I just want to plant seeds in your head. I'm the most oppositional human being in the world. When somebody tells me to do something, especially my wife, she suggests something, it goes right out the window until I hear from somewhere else, and then I run to her and I say, I heard about this, and she looks at me like that, and I go, you said this before. She's like, I have data. So it's okay. So whatever you take from here, don't believe anything that I say. Please. I mean, look how I'm dressed. But if something slips into your brain or into your heart and you consider that it benefits you, maybe try it on and then think that you thought of it. Does that make sense? Kind of like, okay, awesome. It's interesting how we do different things with kids. Like, you say you get what you get and you don't get upset. How do you say that to a child, by the way? Think about the last time you said that to one of your kids. Do you say it like this? One of the kids wants 5 more minutes on the computer. My darling, you get what you get. And you don't get upset. Namaste to you. Would you like to go to it? You don't say it like that. You're like, you get what you get and you don't get it. Does it benefit the kids at all? So why do we say it? Consider there's stuff in our background that's running us, and there's programming that's running us. Take your hand, put it on your collarbone. Take your other hand, put it on your belly. Take 3 breaths. I want you just to be present and notice. Are you breathing in and out with your chest? Or are you breathing in and out with your stomach, or a combination of both? 3 breaths for yourself. Ready, set, go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Noticing where you're breathing in from. Breathe in. Breathe out. For those of you that your brain has chosen not to do it, ask your heart, you do deserve this. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, before I ask where you felt your breathing, how many of you are just even 1% calmer? How many of you noticed the calmness in me? This is how I can be with breath work. This is how your hyper ADHD gifted kids can be with breath work. How many of you felt that you're breathing in and out more with your stomach? How many of you felt you're breathing in and out more with your chest, collarbone? How many of you have no idea? You just, you have no idea, just, air's going in, it's going out, whatever. Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do the disclaimer. This is called unprofessional development. It's the opposite of professional development. So if you're expecting a keynote, a PowerPoint, they're over there. Whoever's waving. Okay, cool, there you go. I saw you waving, so I was trying to help out. So now let's try intentional belly breathing. Take 2 hands, put it on your belly. Remember how we tried it earlier? So now we're gonna take a big belly breath in. I want you to try it for 4 seconds. Anybody ever have stroller fans? These things are the best thing in the world. Okay, so 2 hands on your belly. And now breathe in, make your belly super, super huge. Push it out as far as you can, 4 seconds. And now breathe out. Pull it in, breathe in. And breathe out, pull it in. Awesome. Okay. Did that wake you up yet? All right, let's try that one more time without the, hold on a second. Okay. Oh, this side is definitely winning. Not that I'm trying to instill competition, but this side is definitely winning, just letting you know. Nice. How many of you are just like, I don't know what these songs are? Anybody know what a holler back girl is? Is it holler or hollow? Okay, just checking. Okay. How many of you wanted to keep going? How many of you, given the opportunity, would have run up on the stage? Okay. Whew, 300 plus pounds can still move. You know why? Because 20 years ago, somebody introduced me to yoga. I am 49 years young. Sorry, whoa. I would have said that, but whatever, just say. This is chaos. This is how we do it. Anybody ever hear of yoga? Yogurt? Anybody ever consider trying a yoga class and the voice in your head said words to you and then you didn't do it and you wish you did it 10, 15, 20 years ago? Yeah, so when I met my wife 4 years ago, I introduced her to a class called Raja, R-A-J-A. By the way, everybody here, because the videos that I was in the show aren't working, I have a full online course library that everybody's gonna get 6 months. All the videos are in there, the courses, all that stuff, okay? What was I just talking about? Yoga, thank you. Wait, I'm ADHD, it just goes all over the place. How many of you ever get mad at one of your kids when you lose track and they remind where you were? It's like, I know, instead of like, yo, good looking out. Okay. So we went to a yoga class that I love going to on a Saturday. It's just an hour of stretching. You're on the floor and you're just stretching and you're breathing, and it's not big poses and stands. And your fascia stretches. Do you know what your fascia is? Not fascia, okay, not Austin Powers. Your fascia is the membrane between the skin and the muscle. That's where a lot of people, including this guy Gabor Mate, Gabor Mate, M-A-T-E, he's one of the leading experts in trauma and trauma release. So I want you to try something. Take your hand, grab onto your wrist. Your own wrist, miss, thank you. Okay, cool. And breathe in, breathe out, and gently just pull. And this is it. Now I want you to hold it. Now your brain's gonna start talking at you to stop stretching, don't blah, blah, blah. I want you just to feel everything. I'm gonna let go of my hands just to show you where I want you to feel this, but I want you to keep stretching, and if you feel the stretch is kind of releasing, pull a little bit more. So you should feel this here, you should be feeling this in your side body, you may even be feeling this in your obliques, and one more time, breathe in, breathe out, and pull a little bit more. Any one of your brains are like, that's enough stretching, you don't need to feel this good. Okay, and down. Every time you cough, you hiccup, you sneeze, you raise your voice, it tightens all the muscles around your rib cage, which is why this is really good to stretch. Let's do the other side. Grab on here, breathe in, breathe out, pull. By the way, could you do this stretch in circle time? Yeah, good. Could you please stop doing the What's the Weather song 5 days in a row when the weather hasn't changed? Maybe do some stretching with the kids. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, take a breath now. How many of you feel like all this just kind of like opened up a little bit? Awesome. Anybody have any sort of lower back pain? Sciatic pain? Okay, so I'm gonna give you a couple stretches, go through that, and you don't have to remember any of the stretches. I don't wanna ruin it for you, but this is a wig, so I'm just So we'll do some stretching to benefit you. The first one I want to show you is, it's a sciatic stretch. Anybody ever have pain in your butt? Okay, now, again, remember when I said don't believe anything that I say. Anybody have pain in their butt, and one of their favorite phrases is, this is a pain in the butt, this is a pain in the, I don't want a lightning bolt to shoot right through the ceiling. So you know what I'm saying, right? So just consider, again, try it on. But if I say something that I want you to consider or try it on, you can either be right about it, like you get to be right now and you blow it off, or you can consider a whole entire world of possibility. So try on that your lower back pain may not come from your lower back. Try on that your lower back pain actually comes from either your hamstrings being too tight, everybody have hamstrings? Or your glutissimus cardassianus maximus being too tight. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some stretching. So, how many of you, your brain already said, I'm not gonna do it? Good. Now take a breath, do that big belly breath, and now ask your heart, should I do the stretching? In 1993, this guy, Andrew Armour, discovered the heart has its own intelligence system. It's called the little brain. The heart makes more decisions. The heart sends more messages to the brain than the brain does to the heart. Again, don't believe me, look it up. How many of you have made decisions with your brain? How many of you have made decisions with your heart? How many of you have made decisions with your gut? So there's all these different parts of the body that we can make decisions with. Unfortunately, when you go to regular school, it's all brain work and they don't connect you with your heart. So I offer you today, if you are about to do a stretch or you're not gonna do something that I offer you, just ask your brain, is listening to you benefiting me? And then ask your heart, is listening to you benefiting me? And then make a choice. And there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just you get to at least have control. Because how many of you are just run by your brain? How many of you, the voice talks all the time? Ready? Ask yourself this question. I'm gonna give you a question. I just want you to ask yourself this question in your brain and let's see what happens. I wonder what my next thought will be. What happened? What happened? How many of you, it went blank? How many of you went, well, you stopped hearing your mother's voice for the last 20 years? Oh, is that just me? So yeah, it went quiet. You're just like, like nothing. So that's a beautiful way how to get yourself out of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. You know when you get all heightened up, and like that, a kid comes up to you, I want to use the computer in 5 minutes. You're like, oh, you get what you get. Like that doesn't benefit the kid. But if you actually check in with your heart, you'll be able to respond better. If you check in with your heart will say, maybe do some stretching instead of having lower back pain just to complain about it so people give you attention because they weren't giving you attention before. It's not a thing that people did. That's just the way that we are. So just consider that. Whenever you hear the voice in your head just going and going and going, ask yourself, I wonder what my next thought will be. And the brain shuts off. Why? Because the brain has nothing to do with wonder. Wonder is where the heart is. I wonder what my next career will be. I wonder who I'm going to meet later on tonight. I wonder what dinner I'm going to have. I wonder. And the brain's like, cool, let me know when you want to be right about something. And that's it. And so that's the beauty of it. That peace that you get in your brain. And you know where I learned this? Not in school. I learned it on one of the most amazing intelligent apps in the world, TikTok. So, take your leg, put it up like this. Did your brain already tell you I can't do it before you tried? Does that benefit you? Try it anyway. I'm 333 pounds. If I can get my leg up here, some of y'all can get your leg up here. Okay, hands in the air. Wave them like you just do care. And breathe in, breathe out. All I want you to do is just fold over. Now, don't even stretch, just fold. Now, I have a big obstruction here from my diet of mangoes and empanadas. Okay, we live in South Florida, so there's a lot of good food there. How many of you feel just a little bit of tightness here? And if you don't do it in here, that's totally fine. This is all in the online courses. I understand. Some of these things are challenging to do. Now, hands in the air and go 45 degrees towards your knee. And now I usually try to pull a little bit also because I want to get a little more of a stretch. And breathe, and breathe, and breathe, and up, and 45 degrees this way. And here's the beauty of this stretch. At any point later on today, if your lower back starts to bother you, you actually now have something that you can do to stop the pain. Up and down towards the middle. Again, just folding. Now take 2 breaths in. Breathe in. Well, breathe out between them. And one more. Breathe in. Awesome. And now put your foot down. If you want, stand up and just check in with yourself to see if the one side is looser than the other. And then I'll meet you back in the chair. Okay. Hands up. Let's do some Wayne's World. We're not worthy. You're all worthy. We're not worthy. And just fold. And breathe. Now with the other one, I felt it more in this area. With this one, I actually feel this more in my lower back. How many of you feel a little... That's your fascia just stretching. And it's moving. Up. Hands to the knee. Out there or pull. Up. 45 degrees this direction, and pull, and up, and down like that. And hold it for 5, 4, squirrel, 2, 1. Awesome. What are the words? Take on me, take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. For those of you that go, huh? Okay, listen, I'll be gone in a day or two. I don't hear it either. Okay, no big deal. Are you making your choices? Joey, are we making good choices? And the kid looks to you like, I made 48 choices in the last hour. Can you be a little more specific? Do you know what she's taught? She does this to you too? I have no idea what's happening. Are you making it? Do the kids get any benefit out of that? Or just confusion? Why? Why do we do that? Very simple. Dopamine. That's it. As you grew up in life, you were a child. You were joyous, you were happy, you played, you went outside, you did this, you did that, and then you met people who have trauma and programming, and they told you things like grow up, be serious. They told you things like if you can't make money doing it, you should stop, and then you stop doing your passion. Meanwhile, you could have been a YouTube star doing whatever it is right now, making $1 billion. Like my parents told me you can't make money playing video games. I'm glad I still play. The games I play are like thousands of hours, and there's at the end of the end credits, the design and the artist. But you know what, Mom? You're right. When you feel like you're wrong, you get nothing out of it. When you feel like you're right, you get dopamine. 1 + 1. Good job. How many of you feel that? And then your brain turns on going, that was easy. Why are you so happy? And you shut off your own happiness. Anybody have that happen? See, we love to be right. How many of you like to be wrong? Raise your hand. How many of you like to be right? Raise your hand. I didn't even say about what. Doesn't matter. How many of you have somebody at home that doesn't listen to you? And you're right about it. You know they don't listen to you. But is it they don't listen to you, or they listen to you all the time because you follow them from room to room to room, saying the same thing over and over and over, but they're just not doing what you want them to do because you haven't created win-win. You haven't created a reason for it to benefit them. Anybody ever quit smoking? Well, cigarettes, the bad stuff. Can I ask you a question? Okay. Before you quit smoking cigarettes, did anybody in your life ever tell you you should quit smoking cigarettes? Yeah, okay. Did that have you quit smoking? If somebody back then in your life asked you to quit smoking or saw a pack of cigarettes fall out of your purse, and they said you shouldn't smoke because you didn't know that. Surprise, lungs on the box that are black in, that doesn't matter. You just turn the box over. You're good, right? What did you want to do when they said to you should quit smoking? What did you immediately want to do in front of them? And where would you want to blow the smoke in their face? Right, okay, got it. Yeah, because that's her inner child going, you're not going to tell me what to do. Why did you quit smoking? Health. Was it cold ham? Turkey? I don't like turkey. Okay, so you made it, so until you actually made a choice to take an action, the more people told you to do something, your inner child and everything inside you was triggered to do the opposite. That's so weird. Doesn't happen with anyone else, especially not our kids. Do you get that we're designed a certain way, but our brain tells us everything else should be a different way? Are you being a good listener? Do you have your listening ears on? The kid's like, I'm 2 feet away from you. I got my hearing checked 4 times last week because of you. I hear you when you're on the other side of the room where the camera can't see you, when you're voice texting your friends and doing whatever. Directors are like, I need to move the cameras. Why do we do that? Are you making good choices? Do you have your listening ears on? Oh, here's my favorite one that I've seen preschool teachers. This is the one that, ready? The one that is absolutely worthless, doesn't benefit the child at all, and gets you your dopamine. Ready? No, thank you. No, thank you. The kid's like, no, you're welcome. Do you know how to play this game? I don't understand what's happening. No, thank you. No, you're welcome. No, like what? Imagine driving, and all of a sudden you get pulled over. Yeah, you went there already. License and registration. No, thank you. Wiping the donut crumbs off. Now here, try this on because this triggers, I say certain words and we feel a certain way and our brain gets us stuck. But so try to be present. Here, what I'm gonna do is a pattern interrupt. I'll go over it in behavior mastery. 1 second. I came in like a This is your workshop. This is your keynote. If you want to sing, sing. Let me see. This is how we do it. Nothing? Okay. YMCA. Is it? Anybody ever stay? I would go work out and leave. We are our own drug dealers. He said drug. As you guys went to the pharmacy this morning and got your whatever. We are our own drug dealers, and we get high on our own supply all the time. All the time. And the more that you in life have cut off your heart and you've cut off your inner child, the more that you have stopped being passionate, the more that you just talk about other people, drama, whatever. See, as humans, we still need to feel. But if you don't feel with happiness and love and joy, if you used to show up to your classroom or to work, I can't wait to see my kids, and now it's I can't wait till it's 6 o'clock, something happened. Something happened, your brain made up a story about it, you shut off your heart, and then you're still showing up to work. By the way, everybody here gets 3 months of free coaching with me as long as you want on the phone or Zoom, so I can have a 10, 15, 20, 40-minute conversation with you, so you can figure out at what point in your life you shut off your heart, you shut off your happiness, you didn't realize that happened, and you're wondering what is going on. I got another 40, 50 years to live, and I don't want to do it like this, so let me have a conversation so I can help you hack this. This is just a chemical computer. Anybody ever raise their hand in first grade to get the answer wrong, the kids laugh at you, and now you can't express yourself at all? And you used to sing. You used to sing! And now you don't. If your inner child isn't showing up, your inner child, I'll give you an example. How many of you have ever been driving, somebody cuts you off, you find yourself half a second later this close to their bumper? Is the adult in you saying, I'm gonna let them know that they almost caused an accident by almost causing an accident? Or is the little inner child, somebody goes in front of them and your inner child activates going, no cutting! Bam! Anytime you get triggered about anything, it's inner child work. And again, don't believe anything that I say. In the handouts that you're gonna get, in the resource, there's a beautiful meditation. It's a 20-minute meditation from one of our friends, Chris, who created this one, so you can go and meditate and meet your inner child, maybe some of it for the first time. Because the joy and the happiness that can come from accessing this. How many of you used to do something that you don't? Like creativity. Anybody used to sing and they don't? Anybody used to sing in the car and now they don't? Anybody used to draw, design? Did anybody used to do anything before early childhood in here? Is that it? Just you. I'm going to be right there. You guys take a break. What did you used to do? What do you do other than show up for this job?
I used to do a lot more crafting.
A lot more crafting. What's your favorite type of craft?
I really like doing mosaics.
Okay. Do you still do it or no? It's expensive? Is that it? That's the only reason?
In time.
In time? What, do you have kids or something? So that just ruins it, right? We were actually thinking of having kids, and then we adopted a baby ducky. Because we have ducks where we live, so I went to a duck feed store. I can show you videos of it. I mean, if you go on my YouTube channel, it's there. And we adopted this little baby duck, 2 weeks old. And now his name is Buster. He's about like a month and a half. But I have to take away my video game time. And I have to take away my joy time and my this. I don't have to, actually. But I do it anyway. And I'm just like, kid's gonna need so much more attention. So I'm like, wow, I cannot have kids. I'm just honest. I'm like, literally, I cannot choose to put more attention on, I don't know, it's just something that happened inside me. And then again, so what's the universe gonna do? What's God gonna do? Here you go, twins. I know, that's fine. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. So what I offer you is I want you just to consider for a moment that if there's something you used to do in life. Anybody create an expectation in their brain ever on how things are supposed to go? Anybody ever create an expectation for another human being? Never share the expectation with them? And when they don't fulfill the expectation that they know nothing about, who do you get mad at? Them. Does that make sense? No. Like, how many of you have an expectation in your brain that I should have picked that up by now? Yeah. Now, my inner child knows that because I see people not looking at me, they're still looking at the fan. So the adult in me goes, pick up the fan. The inner child in me goes, oh, I feel like I'm doing like a Rice Krispies, no, what is it? Frosted Mini Wheats commercial. The little kid in me wants to keep that there, so people are going, will you pick up the fan? Until somebody runs over and picks up the fan. So, but that's just the way I like to play. Now you all feel better? Okay. Seven or eight, and I said to the house, go home, be smiling later. Anybody, can I throw them out like jazz? I've always wanted, you know what I'm talking about? Ah! Correct. I'd like to borrow one human being to have a conversation with. You can sit in your chair. How many of you just felt stress in your body just build up? How many of you said, like, I need a volunteer, literally in your body? Ah! All you have to do is just sit and look at me. But if something in your body kicked on, awesome, thank you. If something in your body kicked on about volunteering, consider just something from the past that you could work it out and work through it so you don't feel that feeling anymore. Or just carry it with you for the next 30 to 60 years. It's up to you. You get to make that. Okay, all the way back there. Do we have a mic? Can you yell? Okay, go ahead and try.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. For what's your first name?
Brooke.
Nice. Do you babble?
What?
Do you babble? Because there's, I don't know, my brain, you know what a babbling brook is? Have you ever heard of that? Did you just get offended? I'm sorry. Oh, okay, good, thank you. A babbling brook, isn't that a thing? It's like a water thing, that's a thing. Okay, ADHD, whatever. Can you think of one human being in your life that you have an expectation for that's hopefully not sitting in the 5-foot radius of you? Okay. Can you say their first name out loud, the word should, and then the expectation that you have for them whenever you're ready? Are you trying to pick a person?
Okay. Judy should call me daily.
Beautiful. Got it. What emotion do you feel right now when she doesn't call you daily?
Sad.
Got it. How many of you feel something? Like, how many of you have somebody that you want them to call you daily? Have you told them to call you daily? Probably not, but they should know. Moving forward. So we feel a certain way when we say the word should, and that's the expectation we create. Now say the same exact sentence, just take out the word should, put the word could in there.
Judy could call daily.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
Great.
Do you really feel great? You're like this, like, great. Okay, just I'm asking. If that's your great, then that's great. But did you feel anything change in your body? Anything shift, heaviness, lightness? Just curious. No? Okay, got it. Awesome. Let's snap it up. Okay, anybody else want to try it? I want to try some. Okay, think about a human being in your life you have an expectation for. Say their first name, the word should, and the expectation you have for them.
Henry.
Super loud so everybody can hear.
Henry should be more perceptive.
Got it. What's the emotion? Think about it. If you're picturing Henry now and he's not perceptive, what's the emotion? What do you feel?
Some sadness.
Got it. Okay. Now, can you take out the word should, put the word could in there, and say the sentence again, super loud?
Henry could be more perceptive.
Okay. Could he? Are you sure?
I think so.
Has he ever been?
At times.
Got it. You see where I'm going with this? When you said could, did anything shift in your body at all?
It feels like it goes from a kind of like this negative view of an expectation I have on him to a positive, I've got hope for him.
Okay.
To acquire this skill.
Nice, okay. Consider that, and I want you to actually try this maybe today or try it right now. Think about a human being in your life that you have an expectation for, and just close your eyes and picture them and say their first name should and the expectation in your brain. Ready, set, go. I want you to feel it. Okay. Now say the same exact sentence. Take out the word should, put the word could in there. Do you feel different? Do you feel lighter? Look at music started playing. That was amazing. That was incredible. How good was that band this morning? Let's give them another round of applause. So just consider, we have a certain programming. Remember, we're all stuck. If I say up, you have to say. So one person said up, agreeing with me, win-win. Another person said yours, makes it even more win-win because it's funny, and then some people laughed. How many of you, when I said up, your brain again said down? Yeah, and you're stuck until you don't realize you're stuck. If I say left, you say? If I say stop, you say? Yeah, you can say hammer, you can say pickle, squirrel, banana juice. I don't know what the heck that means. You can say anything. Just consider whenever you do that oppositional, it's usually not going to benefit the other person. And when you say that word could, you feel lighter because you have released yourself of the expectation that you put on that person. How many of you, somebody in your brain did something to you 15, 20 years ago, and until that person comes back and says these sounds in order, I'm sorry, then you feel better. They haven't thought about you for 10, 15 years, but now you can release that and it's about them. No, it's not how it works. The brain hears words, processes words, gives the words meanings, and then you react like this. That's how powerful the supercomputer is. And when something flies out of your mouth, like you get what you get, you think that has anything to do with the human being in front of you, but it's not, it's just you. And just catching yourself. All I ever ask you to do is when you're about to say, you get what you, and just stop and go, oh yeah, I got nothing. I don't know, what do you want? And then just be present instead of just being that oppositional self. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's do a little more. It's so loud. Yeah. So I teach yogarati. If you want your kids, we start them as young as, it's yoga and karate together. I've been doing it for about 13 years. I had a preschool enrichment company in New Jersey where we went to all different schools, Goddard's, Kiddie Academies, family child cares, and did that in there. Yoga and martial arts is all about different types of breathing. So I want to do a little bit with you right now. So let's do some cold breathing, because I want to give you a tool so that you can use next time you get frustrated, and if you can remember that sentence to say to yourself, which is, see how the brain doesn't want you to remember? What's that? I wonder what, but she said it. I wonder what my next thought would be. But I really need you to understand something. Do you get how much your brain doesn't want you to have access to that sentence? Because if you do, then you shut it down. Whatever's keeping you unhealthy, whatever's keeping you chubby, whatever's keeping you inactive. How many of you used to move around and now you're 30, 40, 50, you're like, well, I'm done with fitness. I'm done with health, but you got like 40 years left. I have a whole stretching program on my online courses that you all get for free called Strengthing that has a lot to do with the sciatic and lower back pain, all this stuff, but there's also ways how to strengthen your body. I don't want you to be this person that just walks and all of a sudden you sprain your ankle and you're looking behind you for the nothing that you tripped on. So I'm going to give you a couple of things to do that benefit you. One, all I want you to do is very simple. Just lift your foot off the ground and just rotate your ankle 10 times. And just notice, did you automatically start doing this, or did your brain say something and now you chose not to? And did that choice benefit you? And now go the other way. And if you do this 3-4 rotations, you won't feel it. But on 6 or 7, how many of you've done 10 rotations with your ankle and you feel like you're actually working your ankle? The tendons and ligaments around your ankle need to be strengthened. Let's go to the other side. If you don't strengthen the tendons and ligaments around your ankle, what's stopping you from twisting your ankle when you walk into a hole this big? What's going to stop you from tearing your meniscus, your ACL, your PCL, your MC hammer? What's going to stop you is you. Okay? So that's a way to strengthen your ankles. Here's a way to strengthen your knees so that you don't pop something. Because I've seen teachers where they go out, chase after a kid, they go like this, and you hear the little pop. And a meniscus tear builds up, and scar tissue is not a wonderful thing. So very simple. Heels off the ground. Can everybody see? Heels off the ground. Balls of the foot on the ground. Everybody there? Okay, cool. Now, push down on the balls of your feet like you're trying to stand up, but don't. So you're just going like this, and what happens is when you lift off, how many of you just doing this and pushing down feel all this tightening up? How many of you are like, I have leg muscles? So all you do is, could you do this at work? Yeah, I have a whole thing that we're putting together, a poster where you do like all these different stretches at work. It's called in like a caterpillar, out like a butterfly. So when you come in, because most of your work, how many of you, your morning routine is coffee and start? And that's it. But you're running around, you're not doing any stretching or anything, it's amazing. Okay, so try it one more time. Ball the foot on the ground, heels off the ground, and just lean forward and press. Even if you can lift off the ground, and that just engages the knees and everything. Okay, awesome. Let's do cold breathing. To do cold breathing, take your tongue, put it behind the back of your bottom teeth. Okay, that was a good yawn. Now, we're going to do the Princess Bride test to make sure you have the proper tongue positioning. Okay, Princess Bride test. Tongue behind the back of your bottom teeth. Repeat after me. Love, true love, is a magical experience. Everyone say marriage. Okay, so if you sounded like me, awesome. If you have no idea what we're doing, go rent The Princess Bride, only if you like fun movies. It's amazing. Now, keep your tongue behind the back of your bottom teeth. Breathe in air like you're sucking air through a straw. And breathe out. One more. Breathe in like you're sucking air through a straw. And breathe out. How do you feel? How many of you feel that cooling sensation? So that's a brain hack. So imagine you're upset, you're frustrated. The kids do this. A parent that has no idea how to raise kids because their first kid has the audacity to give you instructions on what to do when they have no idea what they're doing, but they read it in a book or they saw it on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. So now you need to cool off. So it's either go in a heightened situation with the kids or just I need a break. Okay, you got to be in ratio. So make sure your foot's in the door like that. And then you go like that. And I wish I had the videos. And you just in the bathroom, just go, I wonder what my next thought will be. And then you go, and then you'll feel everything go because you'll be out of fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Any decision you make, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, is a decision that usually doesn't benefit you. It's usually oppositional. That's the way we're designed. Does that make sense? Okay, I want to end with some Yogarati. So Yogarati, I'm going to teach you how to do the Yogarati high block, and then if you want to teach your kids, because most kids don't know that you can actually stop something from hitting your face. Like, ever throw something at a kid, and the kid's like, it's like, did you want that to hit your face? No, it's like, did you know you can put your, no, they don't know. How many of you have kids that ask you a lot of questions? How many of you have kids that ask you this, why, and you get annoyed because your brain creates an expectation that they should know this or they should know that. I want to give you an idea about something. Think about this. If you have a child that's like 2 and they're asking all the why this, they're new to the planet. They're not from here. So they don't know what anything is. Imagine if you went to a foreign country and they said, good luck. What's this? Oh, Americans. I don't know what accent that was. All right, so the way we do the high block song, first I explain, we do the high block song with a nursery rhyme and all the different yoga. We have 15 Yogarati songs. The first is the nursery rhyme. So if you would oblige me, if you can sing high block, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Ready, set, go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the squirrel so high, like a pepperoni pizza pie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder. Dude, where's my car? Okay, now how many of you, when I said, can you sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, your brain's just like, ugh. And your brain already, twinkle, twinkle, little star, I can't wait to go to the bar. Because of your wonderful arrays of vegetables they have at the salad bar. What are you talking about? Where'd your brain take you? Okay, now I do the high, how much time do I have? 5 minutes, perfect. Okay, so now part 2 is, we explain to them why we do the high block song. So I tell them a story that I was sitting under a tree and all of a sudden I felt a nut hit me on top of my head and I looked up and there was a squirrel trying to jam all these nuts in his mouth and they kept on bopping. I'm like, Mr. Squirrel, can you stop doing that? And you know what he said? Nothing, he's a squirrel. You never saw Ice Age? And so I put my hands over my head like this and then I noticed that the nuts were bouncing off of my arm, you know, so it was working. So it's like a high block. So awesome. So now we'll do the high block song. Goes to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Ready, set, go. Twinkle, high block to the sky. High block, way up high. Aya! Oh, the aya is the chorus. So you guys, ready? Let's do it again. Ready, set, go. By the way, if you want to scream, here's your chance. Ready, set, go. High block to the sky. High block, way up high. Aya! One more time. Come on. Ready? Pretend you're yelling at your own kids. Ready, set, go. High block to the sky. There you go. High block, way up high. Aya! All right, now. We have to test to make sure that you can do the high block. Now, normally if I'm not in a church, I make an inappropriate joke about these, but I'm in a church. So, anybody want to throw a ball in my face? Oh, that guy had his hand up real fast. Okay. Who's this person to you? Who's this person to you? Oh, so that's what that whole bag was. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you who to picture. Okay? You ever see Suicide Squad? Yeah. The first one? You know, the guy with the dots? Yeah. And remember how he... Okay, so that's what we're doing. So remember, he's going to be also the next M. Bison in Street Fighter. I don't know if anybody knew about that. Okay, so ready? Here, hold my balls. Okay. Thank you. Okay, throw it on my face. Throw it on my face. Throw it on my face like a man. Like a man. Okay. All right, awesome. What's that? I have a weak arm. You have a weak arm? Okay, no big deal. So these are super soft. Hands up like this. Ready? And then I'm just going to lob it at you. There you go. Mama's got a high block. There you go. Okay, cool. And let me see you just hit the balls. Awesome. And by the way, too, after you do a high block, you can keep on just sitting there watching, but if you want to pick up a ball and turn around and throw it at somebody to help them create a teachable moment, go ahead and do it. What the heck? Are you ready? They weren't ready. Yeah, you can just throw them at each other. It's okay. And if someone doesn't want to get something thrown at them, throw it at them anyway. Because this is life and bullying is real. She does not want me to throw. Just by the facial expression, she's like, you throw this, I will throw you out of here. Okay. Nice catch. Oh, wow. I'm throwing like him now. Big boy moving. Big boy train coming. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Whoa, what was that? Hadouken! Oh, she's ready. Get your hands up, lady. There you go. Oh. Okay. Hi. Okay. Woo! Want to see a magic trick? So you hear that's real, right? It's a real lightsaber. Thank you. Okay. So to wrap up, let me get everybody back here. That didn't do nothing. Hey. So, what the heck? All right. So all the different things that we talked about this morning, I hope it sticks in your head. You get to make an impact on people. You know what? I'm going to do something different. Let's try this. Okay. There we go. All right, cool. If you could all just look into here real quick. Awesome. Okay. You are powerful, amazing, incredible early childhood champions, whether you are people that go in the classroom or whether you are people that support the people that go in the classroom. Those kids have no idea who you are for them. The level of joy and happiness that you could bring to these kids and that you do is magical. So I hope that you, for the rest of the day, enjoy it. Let your inner child play. Maybe take on a hobby that you haven't done anymore. And remember, whenever you create an expectation, it's that word should that gets in the way. So change the should to a could and stop shoulding all over yourself. Should, S-H, O-U. I was born in Israel. So I was bar mitzvahed actually at the Wailing Wall at the Jerusalem temple, so I have a lot more carte blanche when lightning's coming. They're like, okay, you were joking. So I appreciate you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you for behavior mastery. Whew.